kick things off with BO1s, and actually we're going to kick things off right away because it looks like Gambit and NIP are already live here. Map number 1 being split, and we're seeing our map number 1's the only map. It's a BO1, of course. NIP on the attack side, making their way in through heaven already. Chronicle going to be defending out here, and I'm super excited to see this guy Sova.
Yeah, for sure. It's an agent that we really don't see played on this map at all. So the fact that it's being brought in here, maybe it's being a bit spicy already though. Shado's looking to try and delay them. He's normally on the sky as well, so him switching over to the breach definitely makes things a little bit more interesting, but I feel like it's an agent that is coming back to popularity.
Watching here.
Yeah, I think so. We'll see how this Sova's going to do. As Sue was saying, there's been a lot of really interesting ideas apparently. That's the scrim books at least, but in this round, Chronicle's the first to fall, getting taken down on that heaven challenge, but right back in there Shados goes, only the one to be found by him, and it looks like they've got control over that A site relatively easily there. NIP with a man advantage now playing into the late round.
They get themselves the plant. Actually go facing into Defo though. Always a risky thing to try and attempt. He's someone that has proven himself in terms of his individual skill, and this will put things back into a real winnable position. The crossfire slowly being set up by the side of ninjas, and they need to try and isolate one of these duels quickly.
One enemy remaining.
First one doesn't quite go their way. Somehow Redgar gets away with it though, finding both of the remaining players and closing this judge is. They've heard it though. Rhyme is running away from that judge the second he hears that sound cue.
It's not a weapon that you realistically want to be challenging, and the just coming up through mid there is actually a quick flank, but Sick is just going to dome his opposition, give them that initial advantage, and now for the attacking side, they're actually in a pretty good spot here, especially with still a pistol or two available for the side of Gambit. And of course, no, come on. How is he doing this so aggressively? It doesn't make sense. It's so frustrating to watch, and what was such a good position for the ninjas is now a bit of a rough one.
That could be the ugliest Bulldog skin I've ever seen. That's an interesting one. This little shut down by Shados, trading out Redgar to start things off. The fault line used, but now he's low HP and holding on to control outside here in main. He needs to get back into his teammates while they start the retake. That push up by Eccles caught them off guard, and now JD picks off Defo, leaving just one man to clutch it all out. Moving in towards the side here. Nats will get the first, but not the second. So the utility is avoided there at the start of the round, and I guess that's just in case NIP were going for like a late B play. If they were going to move around, leave a lot of control on A. That was almost a collateral. In fact, it was a wall bang on a Chihuahua that took him down. Great damage done right away by Defo.
Oh, okay, Sick. Well, we know that he loves to lurk on this side of the map. It's something we witnessed massively when it came to FPX, which interestingly is actually still in his name. I've only just noticed that.
There's a time limit on name changes, and I think all things considered in recent memory, probably not going to be changing it to NIP anytime soon. So you can understand.
Oh, you're a rat, absolute rat.
Rats, and he's going 2 for it. That's just disgusting. Eccles left alone to try and at least get some damage done on this one, and he'll burn up a little bit of utility to try and close in the distance. The reality is, though, Defo's just holding this with an operator waiting for him, and that was another wallbang hit, but he's left on 12 HP. Luckily, won't be able to finish off either. That's very useful on the attack side if you manage to fight for some map control and win out the trades, but Chihuahua's not going to get a Blade Storm anytime soon. He's being taken down. There's the res coming back on up. That's exactly what we were talking about. He gets to run it back one more time, but I'm mainly looking at that showstopper. If Rhyme's able to pick up an ult orb, that's going to be massive potential for them to entry into a site, but it looks like NIP are going to rotate to A and look to just blitz out here. Good setup by Gambit, though.
Yeah, please don't say run it back near Sick ever again. Yeah, otherwise he's going to play Phoenix on this map again, and that's not something I want to watch.
Nobody wants that.
Opening
by Redgar, follow-up, and now here comes the Rolling Thunder. Shados is hunting them down, taking every kill. There's the showstopper for NIP secured, but they've lost the round for it. Looks like we could be getting a flawless. JD's going to try to get some damage done, but Shados deals with him right away. What a gorgeous
never. No, I don't have aim even close to anybody on Gambit, unfortunately.
What's the idea from Gambit? They're playing super passive on the B side, pushed all the way down mid. They're going to get an early flank in, and honestly, I doubt you expect this at all. They've not made any pressure, and now they're going to be in trouble, but that trap wire behind is revealing it. Oh, they can get over it. No, they can't. Okay, they tried to.
I wonder if they almost did that just to play the retake, because they don't want to get killed off by the showstopper, so it's been utilized, and now they're just wiping them down with having every single position Shados! This man's hitting every single shot that's put in front of him.
Even got back in early on that break, and getting in early is Dimisic, because he's already taken down Redgar on that A aggression. Redgar tried to walk through his own smoke versus a pistol buy. Maybe that pause got to them a little bit, and Gambit were feeling eager, but now they've lost 2 players.
All right, Dimisic. I'm liking it so far. He has been on in this game. He's found some pretty crazy kills. That was so risky from Defo, almost unnecessarily, but he does get away with it. They are going to give up site control, though. He's going to look to try and hold on to the cross, but I assume the smoke is going to go up, and, well, there you go.
Oh, that shot very nearly connected onto Rhyme. Dimisic still lurking around in heaven, the player with the Vandal in hand. Now, obviously, NIP got spotted going to B, so that fake didn't quite work out as intended, and Gambit are ready to mount this retake very quickly. Nats popping his ultimate and watching his back. He is inside Dimisic's head, and now they've got the info on the final players on the site, pistols in hand. This should be a cleanup, but Rhyme is putting in big work on the back site, leaving Defo alone. As Shorty comes out, knowing both players are low, he'll bypass the nade and take the first. Now, 1 bullet left. Is he going to go for the reload? Well, now he kind of has to. Chihuahua sitting inside a main, the hair bun being spotted up just above, and it looks like Defo's more than ready for that. Is the time on his side, though? It's going to be
also spotted some extra information, but we'll go back with the drone just to try and clear out some of these closer spots. Chihuahua is actually going to get away with being a little bit closer than they might necessarily expect, but they've got a decent amount of utility, and he might even have to look to back away.
He snuck his way in towards vents, though. I don't think they'll expect him to be in the rope room already, and that could be a big jump. But now that they've got the kill over Heaven, you're expecting that that part of the map is going to be given up. For Gambit, how do they fight back in? A Rolling Thunder still online, and I think we're seeing NIP actively avoid grouping in Heaven so they don't get hit by the Rolling Thunder. They know that the breach is here. And it could come in at any moment. Chihuahua's caught up above. Great angle by Defo. And a big mistake now for NIP. They're going to just come charging in towards the site. And that's where the Rolling Thunder can get the most value.
Yeah, this is a problem. Again, so far, Gambit have been more than happy to play for these retake scenarios, and there's going to need to be a little bit of aggression, something at least. They've actually put down a bit of a fake wall to try and give Rhyme some space to actually play into these positions, but instead he'll just back away and look to actually work with the rest of his team.
Not a bad idea, all things considered. Here's the Rolling Thunder as the wall breaks open, and now they're charging forward. The right side spotted. Rhyme will go down after one, but Dimisic again showing up to try and save the round, but Nats, he clutches it out in the 1v2. A defuse will be found in 7. As they break his trap wire, he gets no contact afterwards, and NIP are sort of trying to sell that as a fake, right? But because Nats is so close, Gambit aren't going to panic. They're going to sit with this 3-man hold towards the B side and be more than ready for when the splits come out. This is where I expect you're going to see that showstopper. There it is. Rhyme popping the showstopper, but gets sucked in. That's going to buy or delay a little bit more time. Rocket has to be fired pretty soon. They've spotted Defo, but it won't find any targets. It opens a small bit of space, but here's the danger. When Gambit look to make those retakes happen, so far they've been flawless. It starts off with Nats eliminating JD and giving them the info. Redgar, come on, man.
Oh, he's a shotgun-only player at this point. They finally got the spike down. They delayed it at least enough with the Hunter's Fury, and again, they've just put themselves in the perfect positions to go for some sort of retake. Now, the attackers are actually going to throw in a Cosmic Divide, try and at least slow down and separate some of these angles, and Chihuahua seems like he's actually come alive in this round after what has been a fairly quiet map so far. The crossfire here, he's going to go for the knife turret, though! I know Lothar's going to be so happy about that one, killing him off through the Cosmic Divide, but it's still a 2 versus 2. Rhyme left to try and finally clutch one out, and who would have guessed it? It's going to be another round for Gambit.
And it didn't start out.
Mitch, man. Oh, God. I don't disagree, though. Either way.
Yeah, exactly.
Chihuahua aggressively pushing. He is someone I had expected quite a bit from switching over onto this jet, and thus far, it's been a little bit quiet. Wow! Incredibly high push, and eventually the trade does come through off the Bladestorm. Rifle retrieved, they can get the spike down on A, and guess what, Mitch? There's going to be a retake.
I've never seen anyone try that. Just dive on him, spraying, see how it goes. I love it. Chihuahua's done well already. See what else he can get done as he moves on in, and that's nothing. have to be added to the equation, but we talked about Dimasic's lurks earlier on. Now's the opportunity as they drone outside and put a lot of pressure on his teammate. Dimasic needs to try to shut them down, but yeah, these lurks have come through again and again, and now they're suspicious. Redgar spotted coming around the corner. Eccles trying to challenge up close for the first. He'll catch Defo off guard, but now Dimasic, he's still in spawn. He's gonna go.
What's the plan here? He needs to basically insta-dome the player trying to defuse, and I do think
back
that,
again.
yeah, I guess, but I wouldn't gamble on that working out too many times, and especially on the defensive side, it's so much more difficult to force buy because you don't have those extra plants. Dimasic has taken a leaf out of the Nats book of how to play Cypher and has sat in his cam in the early stages of the round, so he's going to be able to watch and spot that they've wrapped around to take mid. The thing is, though, they weren't really fighting for mid, so he's got information, but it's kind of worthless.
Yeah, they gave up that map control on purpose. Now, stacked up on the B side, they've made the rotations come in. There's the right click, unnerfed, and still dangerous. JD getting away with 3 on top, dropping to the side and looking for more. Redgar coming around the side will be able to deal with 1 and Chronicle. Oh, no. He's going to be caught in the open. A 1v1, Redgar caught planting as well. A 1v2, excuse me, but the fight in heaven goes to Dimasic. And a defuse for NIP, a pistol round that they desperately needed, will be secured.
That's the nerfed version of the Classic, right?
No, I think the Classic is not nerfed, but fracture changes are in.
Round. And in fact, they've actually completely abandoned the A site. Now, of course, there is an awful lot of utility here, and once it is broken, once the cam is destroyed, that's where we're going to start seeing the rotations back, and already Rhyme is going to be posted up to try and deny that extra space. The spike, though, is still lurking on the other side of the map, so it's not like this is a full commitment from Gambit as of yet.
Oh, yeah, they're letting Nats go and take some space. Shados is here to back him up as well. They want to cause the rotate, potentially go into B late, thin out the numbers for NIP as well in the process. Deep fault line push in from Nats. That trap wire needs to be destroyed, and there it is. No information now for NIP. They've got to push back in, and that's when Nats catches Dimasic trying to get on the ropes. He'll catch another in heaven. This is why you leave the space for Nats to go and roam, because he will win you the round almost single-handedly. Rhyme on the backside hears nothing. Now they'll start to suspect that maybe this is still a B play. It's why we still see a player on the B side lurking down, and we saw JD get into this nasty position. 10 seconds left. If they can just stop the plant, this round could well be theirs. 10 on the clock. Nats takes Eccles. Oh, as if he turns around and kills JD as well. Come on.
He's so annoying. It's just unbelievable that he manages to turn it. And that's back. These fault lines that have been coming through have been just so irritating to play against. There you go. That's option 1 is ticked off on the box. They have killed Nats.
Well, last time that they had the man disadvantage, they got a 4K out of it in the late round, but now their hero isn't here to play, and we've got to see who can step up to save the day. A little bit of a rotate needed outside of B main to pick up that spike, but it's this fight in heaven that really represents the danger showstopper. Pop now, and that's a free kill. Ooh, the nade, will it finish him off? Yes, it will. Okay, not bad, Rhyme. Not a bad heaven hold at all. Leaving it just down to 1 player to sneak on out, and well, poor old Redgar is going to get domed. NIP?
The ability to battle, it's just whether they can do it on a consistent basis, because that sort of aggressive play, it's not going to work every time, and well, it's already been completely forced off the angle, and JD is under serious pressure. He's already dead. Nats is just walking through. Oh god, it almost feels like bullying just having him on your team.
I genuinely find myself after some rounds thinking, you know, maybe we're talking a bit too much about Nats. Let's look elsewhere. And then he gets like 3 kills. You're like, oh, we don't really have a choice. The guy just, he commands every single round. I love Gambit. It's so fun to watch these guys play. And NIP are putting up one hell of a fight. But they've got to do a lot more. And this little lurk we've seen out of Dimasic again and again. Well, this time it's going to be Chronicle on the Sova playing up behind. He'll be able to come in late. Well, he might not even be able to come in later. It doesn't look like there's a lot of players left to kill. He's on his way, but NIP certainly aren't. They're just hunkered down right now, waiting. Yeah, they'll even catch him off.
Yeah, again, it just comes down to Rhyme attempting to try and get a few, at least on an individual level, has been looking very good. Like, his showstoppers haven't had the most success, but we know it's not all about the kills. For now, though, again, they've got that advantage, and it's this slower take towards the A site. Heaven control under the control of Gambit completely, and JD, well, he's going to have to leave that one.
Yeah, not really able to face into the aftershock, not too surprisingly. Eccles coming in, thinks he's Redgar. That's playing with just a judge and Rhyme. Good for the first. Drop down hurt. Redguard knows exactly where he is, and Chronicle's going to come. Not even. Oh, never mind. But he had him revealed, and he wasn't able to take him down through the smoke. Redguard getting blindsided by the side player. Now Nats has to 1v5 it. And look, we'll talk a lot about this guy. He's damn capable. But I don't know about the ace clutches. That might be a little bit too much to ask with 30 seconds left at 24 HP.
If he wins this, I'm leaving.
Yeah, no, that's a good call. I reckon NIP will leave if he wins this. I reckon
They'll only
should.
have one more round until anyway.
No, honestly, it wouldn't be worth playing. But luckily,
well, to be fair, NIP already left.
why is there? I have absolutely nothing negative to say about any of the players or support staff. Love every single one of them, and I hope they find a good home. But as an organization, I mean, look, they decided to go to Brazil. They didn't even move their team over there. What? I don't even know. It's preload.
I know exactly.
Nats trading on to Eccles right away. Chronicle with another, and things are starting to look a little bit shaky for NIP. They've lost their Sage. No res now in this round, and that was the saving grace I was looking at. They now need someone to step it up big. Nats has got low HP, but he's just protecting the flank, watching for the lurks and cutting off rotations. That's what he does every single round. It's going to be impossible to take that heads-up fight onto this 2 HP player, but now Chronicle's down, and so is Shados. Nats has to clutch it, somehow wins the first. Time is going to be his biggest issue, though. He has to charge towards this side. It's already being halfway diffused, and Chihuahua will get it.
It's a very good sign for the rest of the group, because this is by far the hardest team they're going to face.
Definitely. This is the best team in the tournament. I mean,
oh,
that's an interesting fight. How did they
both miss?
That's what I'd describe as an interesting fight. I don't,
Oh, Defo's now just gone ham. Like, he should have definitely been dead in that first duel, no question asked. It was a good gravity well, it wasn't that good. It wasn't enough that they should have both missed.
It wasn't it was a gravity well. It was just a normal, you pop it up in heaven, you try to pull them off the angles. It shouldn't be getting you a double spray down like that. Wow. That's the round done. NIP are out of here. They're saving. I didn't see that pace out of Gambit. Certainly didn't see that outcome. I was ready for Defo to just get shut down again, but instead he's got 3 kills and it's in general. Me in a fight, doesn't matter who it is. You're already safe betting on the other person. Nats is taken down right away. But then Chihuahua gets a little bit greedy and peeks on top of the wall. Defo's been holding that for about 40 seconds, so he's happy to finally get a reward. The thing is, NIP potentially can get that res in. And with the wall still up, they pick up the pace, I think they can.
You can see JD looking to try and make a move around that angle at least. I imagine as well he'll still have the Blade Storm available, so it would actually just come straight back up with the weaponry.
They're gonna res?
They're gonna move straight in towards Dima Sick, and Defo's just wrecked him.
You're gonna res, Nip? Why are you not resing? There's a player in heaven! What are you...
30
what?
seconds left.
What is this? JD, where are you going? Go back to heaven and res. Even A heaven, there's players, but they Cosmic Divided B, I'm pretty sure, to get the res in. And then they didn't, and even a markdown from Gambit. Gambit just marked B heaven because they were like, oh yeah, they're going for the res right now.
Oh, Defo! Let him close it, Chronicle.
No. I'm glad they lost that round. That one really frustrated me. But hey, look, the winners, as expected, Gambit. They walk out and they look absolutely fantastic here on Split. There's no denying it. This team, one of the best in the world, possibly the best, definitely the best in the MEA, and they're showing it right here.
Yeah, I think, again, we kind of look at their attacking side a little bit, and it's still a bit...